My administration has made clear that we cannot support its relicensing without a favorable power agreement, a sound plan for decommissioning, and assurances about safety and reliability.
I actually knew what the governor's message was before his message. He called me and told me about it, and I agree with him 100%. You know, I have always said I support Vermont Yankee, but only if Vermont Yankee's safe. And we're struggling hard to try to preserve the jobs of 650 people down in Windham County, but the management of Entergy has to come clean. They have to give the facts the way the facts are supposed to be presented and be honest and forthright with everyone. And until that happens, none of us can support Vermont Yankee.
Governor, like the rest of Vermont, quite frankly, recognizes that Entergy has a lot of explaining to do, and it's time for them to step up to the plate and do the right thing, and to start taking some serious corrective action to address the concerns that we all as Vermonters have, and particularly those of us who live in Windham County.
Speaker, I just want to make a couple of comments, and we'd be happy to take your questions. We have been on telephone today with the NRC, and we want to reiterate our concern and appreciate the governor in joining us in that we get to the bottom as quickly as possible, the NRC, get to the bottom as quickly as possible of the crisis that's at hand, figure out what's happening, why, and how quickly it can be mitigated. That must happen as soon as possible. And we've had conversations with the NRC, our congressional delegation has had conversations with the NRC. We all understand that it is the NRC that oversees safety at the plant. This legislature does not. And we will work with them as closely as we can to ensure that we get to the bottom of it as quickly as possible. We've got to resolve the crisis at hand. The level of anxiety among Vermonters is growing. They distrust the out-of-state corporation that is running the plant, and we need to work in partnership with the federal regulators to ensure that we get answers quickly and objectively. Second, in terms of the governor's comments earlier, we commend him for joining us in outlining his concern about what's happening. But the Speaker and I requested earlier in the week of the administration that they withdraw their support for a nexus in light of the fact that it's quite likely that the decommissioning costs have been raised, and perhaps raised significantly, as a result of the tritium and cobalt leaks at the plant right now. So we reiterate our message that just stalling isn't enough. The Annexus corporate spinoff is not in the best interests of Vermonters, and we urge the governor to join us in asking the board not to delay, but to reject the Annexus spinoff. Be happy to take any questions.